The American Dream presentation made by Kazbek Sharhan from ETK81 Group. This work consists of the definitions of the American Dream, history of the dream, also about those who seek the dream and how the American Dream is protected by law. So the American Dream can be defined differently for each person individually. It can be freedom, equality and opportunities for someone. For other one, it can be the material success and so on. Speaking of the history of the American Dream, the meaning of the American Dream has changed over the course of history and includes both personal components and a global vision. It began in the 19th century and goes on to the present day. In the 19th century, many well-educated Germans fled the failed 1848 revolution. They welcomed the political freedoms in the New World and the lack of a hierarchical and aristocratic society that determined the ceiling for individual aspirations. In America, there was no princes and corrupt courts representing the so-called divine right of birth. In such a country, the talents, energy, and perseverance of a person have far greater opportunity to display than in monarchical countries. The discovery of gold in California in 1849 brought in 100,000 men looking for their fortune overnight, and a few did find it. Thus was born the California Dream of instant success. In the years after the gold rush, the California Dream spread across the nation. Historian Frederick Jackson Turner in 1893 advanced the frontier thesis, under which American democracy and the American Dream were formed by the American frontier. The American democracy was born of no theorist's dream. It was not carried in the Susan Constant to Virginia, nor in the Mayflower to Plymouth. It came out of the American forest, and it gained new strength each time it touched a new frontier, said Turner. 20th century. In the 1920s, the American Dream started morphing from the right to create a better life for the desire to acquire material things. This change was described in the Scott Fitzgerald's novel The Great Gatsby. In it, the character Daisy Buchanan cries when she sees J. Gatsby's shirts because she's never seen such beautiful shirts before. So after the 1920s, many presidents supported the Gatsby Dream. They said it was the government's responsibility to guarantee material benefits. Therefore, throughout the years, the nation's leaders have verbalized the evolution of the American Dream. But how the phrase American Dream was popularized? It was popularized by freelance writer James Truso Adams in his 1931 book, Epic of America. He said that it's the dream of a land in which life should be better, richer and fuller for every man, with opportunity for each according to his ability or achievement. It's not a dream of motor cars and high wages merely, but a dream of social order in which each man and each woman shall be able to attain to the fullest stature of which they are initially capable and be recognized by others for what they are, regardless of the fortuitous circumstances of birth or position. The American Dream that has lured tens of millions of all nations to our shores in the past century has not been a dream of merely material plenty, though that has doubtlessly counted heavily. It has been much more than that. American Dream has long been associated with consumerism. According to the New York Times poll in 2009, more than 40% of United States citizens achieved the American Dream. The dream of home ownership still remains one of the main American dream. Home ownership and education are often seen as paths to achieving the American dream. USA became even more tolerant after President Barack Obama supported the legal benefits of the marriage contract regardless of sexual orientation. Therefore, nowadays the USA can really be a country of opportunity for all people. The next question is, who seeks the dream? The answer is that almost everyone in USA and also beyond seeks for the American dream. Immigrants and citizens of United States, from poor to rich, from young to old. Another thing is how the American dream is protected by law. The Declaration of Independence states the principles that underlie this American dream. It uses the familiar quote, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." The Founding Fathers based the United States Constitution, the highest law in the land, on these rights. That document puts into law the revolutionary idea that each person's desire to pursue happiness was not just self-indulgence, it was a part of what drives ambition and creativity. By legally protecting these values, the Founding Fathers set up a society that was very attractive for those aspiring to a better life. Also, the American dream protects every American's right to achieve their highest economical potential. The American dream is the charm of anticipated success. Thank you for watching my presentation on the theme of the American dream.